Hey, what's up guys, it's DoubleWinning, and today I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm actually going to be spectating SKT T1 Impact's top lane Rengar. He's going up against, not Renekton, and Riven. Gosh, Renekton and Riven look a little bit different. But I'm spectating one of their games. I have a link to the website where you can actually find these kind of replays. It's a little dance there. And, you know, I'm just gonna try and see, what he thinks about the new Rengar. If you guys don't know who, Impact is, he's the top laner for SKT T1, aka the Season 3 World Champions. That team that took home a $1 million prize pool, you know, also, you know, team that has Faker and all that. And one thing I really like about Impact is that, he's more of a role player for SKT. You know, he's not the superstar. Obviously Faker is the superstar, you know, and then Piglet, you know, when he comes out to play, he's amazing, you know, and then I think Bangi is their jungler or something like that. But Impact is kind of serves a similar role to Darien when Gambit Gaming was really at the height of their strength, where you know, you don't turn to Darien or, you know, Impact to really carry a game, but you always know he's going to get his job done. He's never really going to lose lane. So, in this matchup, two things I wanted to note on. I noticed that he started Cloth Armor, against, Riven, and Cloth Armor 5 potions, and he also had, CDR Blues, because he started with 12.5% cooldown reduction. I'll see if I can pull up his rune page after my runes and masteries after and put it on the screen for the game. But yeah, and also he seems like I think he's running 21 offense. So right here we've got Lee Sin coming in for a gank here. Lee Sin's flashed in. He's flashed out already. He used his W to give himself some extra armor and MR as well as heal himself. And right here, so this is a small thing that I really like that he did here. So Riven pretty much accepts her fate here, but if we rewind here, kind of go in slow motion. So we're gonna see here in just about a second. You know, he sees the Lee Sin here. Well, he'll see the Lee Sin in a second because he's used his ward. He uses his ward up here, so he hasn't seen Lee Sin yet. Right now, he's just going for a routine CS. He goes for the CS, and that's when Lee Sin decides to come in. He immediately flashes away because he doesn't want to get hit by this last CC of Riven. You'll see in here in a second. She's about to use her knockup. So she had her knockup ready, I believe. He flashes away to get himself some closer distance to the tower. She's going to flash in to get that last knockup in, as well as Lee Sin's going to use that to get the Q, basically guaranteed hit off. He's used the W to get himself a heal, and at this point he knows there's no way he's going to be able to get away. So he's actually turning back on the Riven to guarantee that he at least gets the kill on the Riven, and even with the level up to level 3, Riven is still going to die from that tower shot. So I thought that was a really, really clutch decision making from Impact there to make sure that while he did get ganked and while they are going to get, you know, advantage from gold and experience off of that, he is still able to somewhat scrap up something from that. And so also you'll notice that he's taking TP on Rengar. This is what I've seen a lot of Rengars do, and I definitely agree with it. I don't think he really needs the Ignite for lane, as well as if you take Ignite, you're not going to be able to influence as well. Plus, if you teleport and then use your ultimate, it actually makes the ganks pretty good. It's kind of like a pseudo home guard gank back in the day, you know. Also, you'll see from his item choices, he's still got, you know, he still went max potions, which makes a lot of sense. You know, going against Riven, who's a huge lane bully, as well as he went Doran's Blade to give himself some health, a little bit of sustain, you know, not really enough to really count for anything, but looks like he's getting camped here a little bit by Lee Sin, and at this point, I think he's just trying to dodge out the Q, and he quickly realizes that he's not going to be able to dodge out the Q, and there was nothing really fancy that he was going to be able to trade there. So, you know, I think we've all been in that solo queue situation before where the jungler just comes back to back after you've already blown your flash. It's smart, you know. This is challenger level Korean solo queue. So like they're gonna be exploiting anything they can. So if that means, you know, Lee Sin just blew the flash on Rengar, of course he's gonna come top. Also, a little cheeky thing he did there as he walked by the Jax jungler. Was throw an E off on the Wraith, and that's just going to, or the White Camp rather. It's going to help out, it's barely going to help out Jax, but it's going to give him a stack, and you know, Rengar is much, much stronger when he has higher ferocity stacks, because it allows him to use his empowered abilities. And you can see here how his attitude kind of toward the lane has changed. He's focusing more on freezing the lane as opposed to like you know, jumping in and out. Plus, he doesn't really have a good angle right now for the creeps, but he's trying his best to maximize the amount of creeps that Riven actually loses. because if you keep the wave frozen, you know, you can usually skim off a creep or two, you know, and that XP really does start to add up, especially after you've been killed twice in lane. Also, let me go ahead and switch up these, because I apologize I didn't do that before. Lulu mid. Okay, got those switched up there, and so you can see Lee Sin comes again, and so this is that's how you handle a jungler. You know, if you've got it warded, you just got to start spamming laugh. You got to show that you don't care that they're spam ganking you. But you see he makes sure to use his W as often as he can before Riven starts to scrap with him, which is really smart on his behalf there, because with the W, if you look, it actually increases your armor and magic resistance by 15 for 4 seconds, and then the bonus armor and MR is increased by 50% for each champion or large monster hit. And then, of course, you know, if it's empowered, he gets the heal off of it. So basically, it's going to start out every fight beneficial to Rengar, as opposed to if you like just use it randomly, you know. So right there, you know, he's got the extra armor and magic resist, and then it goes down here, and then Riven's going to go for the kill here. She's probably going to get it because she threw the ignite and she threw the execute damage off. So I think this will actually be a pretty good game to watch here, because if you can, like, Impact is clearly behind, you know. While he has equal CS with Riven, looks like he's just going to teleport top here as well. He has equal CS with Riven. He's down 1-3, and the Riven has a kill and 2 assists. You know, of course, there's been no jungler pressure from his jungler, Jax, but you know, that's going to happen sometimes in solo queue. You're going to be stuck without any jungler pressure, even though you're getting camped. So it'll be really interesting to see how he tries to turn this game around. Also, I don't really know anything about this game. This is a blind watch through. I just picked up his most recent Rengar game, and I wanted to watch it. So again, I'll have the website in the description. Basically, if you have, I believe if you have your League client open, and then you download, it's a batch file, and so you just double click it and it'll run the batch file. If you're running like Baron replays or LOL replay, I think it gets a little grumpy, and you'll have to reopen those programs after you're done. Just a little heads up in case you're a video you know, content creator who needs replay systems like that. So right here you can see Riven has a pretty big advantage because she's got that brutalizer. You'll also notice that he's decided to go for Ninja Tabi, and so what this is going to do, of course, it's going to lower auto attack damage here, and it looks like he's going to ult here because Riven's doing a ton of damage. What that's also going to do for him, though, is it's going to give him extra stacks because those stacks do grow after you come out of your ultimate. So that was a pretty interesting choice by Impact there. I don't know if it was totally necessary. It did look like Riven was getting away there, but I think they might have been able to kite it forward a little bit more. I think he was more scared of maybe Riven killing him, less so than him needing to use the gap closer. But either way, just kind of shows, you know, that a little bit of jungle pressure can really kind of even out a lane. Because if we look at Impact's gold, he's going back. He's got 1,100 gold, so I'm going to be interested to see what he buys. He's got like I thought he made sure to he drops the laugh. But you can see Impact's really trying to turn this game around. And I really like that, you know, he's managed to keep a CS lead, even after being camped all these times. It really shows kind of his, you know, veteran experience against Pawn. I guess I can't really see what the rest of the characters are, but I don't. All I know is I'm pretty sure all of these players are challengers, so you know, they're not just like you know, Diamond 1, Diamond 2 players playing against a challenger. No, these are challengers playing against each other. Plus, you know, it's Korean solo queue, you know, which is regarded as more of a very competitive nature. There's no, while, you know, you do see Impact, you know, dropping the laugh spam, you know, he is taking this game pretty seriously, I think, you know, because the reason I can say that is because I haven't really seen him play a lot of Rengar in competitive yet. So I think it's, you know, I think he's really trying to get that experience, you know, learn the matchups that Rengar is good in, you know, learn the team comps that he's good in, so that he can kind of whip this out. Because if you guys don't know, SKT is actually kind of struggling right now. I think they're in the lower bracket for the kind of the Korean version of the LCS, you know, OGN. Of course, you know, it's hard for me to watch all of OGN, so maybe I'm just talking out of my butt, so I'm not even going to try and quote statistics there. But anyway, so if we look at a quick little CS update, you know, it's almost 11 minutes in, and Rengar has 74 CS to Riven's 51. Riven really hasn't roamed at all. Neither has Rengar. So, but it looks like that's exactly what he's trying to do here. Is he's trying to pop this tower. He's using his Q to auto attack reset. While the Q doesn't actually do damage to the tower, it does reset your auto. And so, so let's see here. So it looks like he's actually teleporting and using his ultimate. So actually, I want to take a quick look at that real quick. So I want to see. This is something I've been wondering because I've been seeing it a lot. I do it myself, but I think you can actually use your ult in the middle of your teleport. Nope. Okay. So he ulted, and then he teleported. So then he's going to show up in the bush. So we got the team fight going, and this is a perfect time for him to teleport in. So, and then he comes out of his ultimate. So what I think he wanted there was when you come out of your ultimate, you start getting those growing stacks, as you can see there from he hadn't used the skill and he got that stack there. So I think he used his ultimate before he teleported, even though it pops you out of your ultimate, or pops you out of your stealth, I believe. Because then he'll have those stacks to get those multiple empowered abilities. So good roam by Impact there. He was able to kind of help his team out. I don't know how much they really needed his help, so he's going to have to run back top here pretty quick, as well as we can go over his item choice here. Give me a second. So he did decide to go for Giant's Belt, and so I do think this is a good choice. I've been looking at, a lot of people have been playing AD Rengar and just kind of popping people, but if you're not really an assassin type player and you're not comfortable with playing playing that high risk, high reward playstyle, you could definitely look to go into a tank Rengar build. I definitely still think it's got a lot of strength to it. Also with that roam there, you can see just how much a little roam like that can really do to your CS scores. Because you can see Riven almost caught up with that one roam. She was able to push some creeps in the tower and really catch up. But he has taken the top tower already, so looks like he might just be looking to farm right now. If his ultimate is not up and his teleport's not up, he's not really going to be that much use to his team. Also, sorry for the league sound in the background. I can assure you it wasn't yours. It was mine. I'll have to make sure to mute next time I do one of these. Which reminds me, if you guys want to see me doing more spectating of these kind of challenger level games, whether in NA, EU, or Korea, or something like that, or maybe in China if I can get that to work. I think they actually have a different client though. I'm not entirely sure. So, but if you guys want to see kind of these high elo games and have me spectate them and kind of see what I think about what they're building and kind of their styles and their champion choices, things like that, definitely make sure to leave a like rating, comment what you liked about the match, maybe your thoughts and comments. If you thought something I said was wrong, be sure to comment below. I'm always down for some constructive criticism and all that. But you can see here, just pretty standard stuff. He's just pushing the top tower because Riven wasn't at top, so he decided to punish him for it. And Riven looks to be going for that full cooldown reduction build. I'm actually interested to see what her cooldown reduction is right now. So she's got 32.5, which you can see 10% comes from the Brutalizer, 15% comes from the Ionian Boots of Lucidity. So that means that she's running... let's see, so she's probably running 12.5%... See, 12.5 plus 10, that's 22.5, plus 15, that's 37.5. So, looks like she's just got the masteries, not the runes for cooldown reduction. Which, if you look at Impact here, he hasn't bought any cooldown reduction, and he has 12.5. So that leads me to believe that he has the cooldown reduction blues and the mastery. So probably, and then if we look, he's got the 6% armor penetration, which leads me to believe that he's running at least 21 in offense. And you can see he's bought 2 wards, 3 health potions. He's got that Sunfire Cape completed. So I'll be interested to see if he decides to go for more damage after he's built the Sunfire Cape, because the Sunfire Cape is going to give him that kind of solid setup. So I think he might be looking for a chance to ultimate here. So let's look at kind of the situation. So looks like he is ulting right now, and he's going to be looking to go in on the team here. There's 4 people here, so they are now getting alerted that Rengar is in the area. So you can see they're kind of freaking out. I don't know if he's looking to jump in, because there are 5 people here. It looks like they're trying to kind of communicate, but we also have Draven pushing the bot lane. So I think they might just be trying to hold off their backs while Draven does push. And you can see here they're trying to really get Riven off of this tower. Lee Sin's going to come in. Riven should die here. Oh, the last tower shot might not get her. Oh no, she lives with about 100 health. And so far, Impact and the Jax are trying their best to not die here while still holding them off, because you can see all 5 of them are occupied here. Riven misses the jump over the Wraith wall. But meanwhile, Draven, you can see, is pushing down the bot lane. So that was a pretty smart decision by decision-making by Impact there. He ulted in. He didn't just jump in immediately. He really bought his time to see if he needed to jump in, because I think he was kind of waiting for them to for an opportunity to stop a back rather than actually fight. So there was no reason for him to jump in just yet. Ooh, big offensive flash from Impact there, and he drops the ward over a little bit late. He could have gotten a double jump there. If he would have dropped the ward a little bit sooner, he could have jumped over and caught the Morgana. I don't know if it would have actually been enough to kill her, since, like I said, he is a pretty defensively built, but I definitely still like the reactionary play there. But wasn't quite enough. But now Draven's got a nice little 1v4. If he's able to pick up the Riven, I'm pretty proud of him. And he is, so he's able to cash out on the Draven passive before he's taken out. And then Impact here is just going to kind of back off after putting the old deeps on. Yeah, so we see here, Impact's coming in to help out his team. More team play. It's good stuff. When you are a bit tankier, it really does help to work with your team, especially in having an item like a Sunfire Cape. Rengar does actually provide a lot of support to the team with Bola strikes and the AoE from his W, and of course he has the Sunfire as well. And then of course, he can scrap really hard with his Q, because it does a lot of damage. So right now he's 3-3-3, which we know he didn't start out with that great of a score, but through a good roam, good teleport, and good team play, he's really turning the game around. So that's good to see. Let's see what the... Looks like he's just going to get a little bit of farm here, heal a little bit off the wolves, let's see what he buys next. Let's see, how much gold does he have? So he's 1,300 gold. I'd be interested to see if he gets a brutalizer. They did just kill a turret, so it's going to give him a little bit more gold. But I just want to see. So he actually decides to go for the Phage. So Triforce on Rengar, definitely an interesting choice. So it looks like he's going to just teleport top here. You get the reduced teleport cooldown if you do use teleport on a tower. So the Phage is going to give him a little bit extra chasing power, because I think it's Fury. That was Rage. Excuse me. The Rage. Passive does give you movement speed when you're auto-attacking or when you're killing targets, so I can definitely understand why you're doing that, because it actually synergizes pretty well with its ultimate, which I believe... so wall stealth, Rengar gains 15% movement speed when moving toward enemy champions, and his next attack will call him to leap. After breaking stealth, Rengar gains 35% movement speed and generates 5 ferocity over 5 seconds. So, with the 35% movement speed increase, as well as the rage passive from his Phage, it's going to really allow him to stick to targets, which is more important on tank Rengar, because as AD Rengar you're just going to blow up someone in your first combo, but as more of a tanky Rengar you're going to need to be able to get more auto attacks off. You're going to need to be able to get more burn from your Sunfire, more rotations of your spells, which you're going to need the movement speed to kind of keep up with them. So I definitely like that pickup from Impact there, and I definitely understand it. And looks like he's got about 1,100 gold now, so one more wave and he could go back and get either a Zeal or a Sheen. I'd be interested to see if he decides to get either of those. Looks like we've got Lulu coming to defend the top lane. This is a mid lane Lulu, so she does have a little bit of scrapping power. He's a little bit stronger now, because he does have those 3 kills and about a 50 CS or 40 CS lead on Lulu, while she does have 9 assists, so she's really, that's where the majority of her gold is coming from. Now he's running away from Lee Sin. He just slaps the Bola on him, slaps the second Bola. The first one snared him, the second one just slowed him, and he's able to just kind of walk away there without having to burn anything, like his ultimate. So another interesting thing to note here, looks like he did max his Q and then his W. I definitely can. I get that, because when you're going kind of more tanky, getting more points in your W is very, very beneficial. It looks like so it looks like he's gonna ult to commit for the Lee Sin here. Let's see if he's able to get it. He does get that movement speed since he's now moving toward Lee Sin. He should be able to get him right here, because he's going to have that full rage here in a second, or full ferocity. So, oh, looks like he got that safeguard, but there's really no way the Lee Sin's going to be able to outplay the Rengar. Even if he jumped to the wolves, he'd still be able to catch him. So he's going to throw the snare bola up on Morgana. Pretty easy kill there. And then looks like they are actually making the call for Baron. I'm curious to see if that was actually Impact's call here, because they definitely can get the Baron easily. And you have a Triforce, Feral Flare, Jax, Rengar, Raven, who's got 6 kills and he's running Bloodthirster, Blade of the Rune King. And then you have the rest of your team as well. Like it's gonna be pretty easy to get there. And now that he's got all that money in the bank, what's he going to go buy? Oh, he's not going to buy anything yet. He's going to go back to pushing top. He's probably going back to push top right now just because it's such a close wave, as well as he's going to have his teleport and his flash up here pretty soon. So he might just be wanting to push until his ultimate is up as well, so he can kind of get one of those teleport ult kills or ult initiations. So does he go for the double golems here? Let's see, or does he just decide to back? So it looks like he's just going to decide to back. And let's see, how much gold does he have? He has 2,400 gold, so he could afford the Triforce, but looks like Lee Sin's going to be a little scumbag there and stop his back. And he's going to punish him for it. Wow, ton of damage. Oh my goodness. Let's look at this. So Lee Sin's got 1,400 health, he's running about 70 armor. And Impact, getting a little tired of Lee Sin's sass. Lee Sin drops the disrespect, and he's just going to jump on him. So okay, let me show you guys. Okay, in case I kind of want to show this because a lot of you guys don't know this about Rengar. This is something you could do with old Rengar as well. I want to show you guys something. So he actually steps out of the bush before he jumps. So I'll show you guys here in a second. I'll pause it right before he jumps because there's actually about a 0.5 second grace period, and so he kind of goes for it there. I think he kind of checks it right here. So give me a second. Okay. So he's not in the bush right now. Do you see that? But if we look at can we get the passive range? Let's see. If I was hoping if I hovered over him, it would give me the passive range. But if you look, he's been out of the bush for a little while now. Like, of course, this is like not milliseconds, but this is where he jumps. So that's about right at the edge of his half-second grace period. And also because he has the extra 6 trophies on his trinket thing. His bone tooth necklace or whatever, it gives him the extra leap range, which is going to give him just enough to actually jump onto the Lee Sin, and then he's also got the 4 stacks, so I'll be interested to see what he decides to use first here in a second. Let's see, he's jumping, which one does he go with first? He hasn't, so he didn't queue up his Q, which I know sounds pretty funny to say because that's actually going to lose out on a little bit of damage there because it'd be better if you auto queued, so I'll be interested. I'm interested in a lot of things, that's why I keep saying it. But so he throws the E, which is going to slow him. I don't know if he's... Let's see. So he slows him, does a pretty hefty amount of damage. This is going to set up his full ferocity to be to allow him to use the next skills here. Which one does he use? One? Does he throw the second one? He throws the auto attack. And then he throws the empowered E. So the reason he threw the empowered E is there's a full creep wave here. So Lee Sin easily could have safeguarded to this minion and then tried to run away, and then Impact would have had to use his ult to catch him, which he's going to have to use his ult anyway in a second here. And then he should use his... Yeah, so he uses his W as well as he uses an auto attack and a Q. So it's going to do a ton of damage there. He's going to get another auto attack off here. And then... So this is really, really good decision making by Impact here. He actually uses his ultimate knowing fair well that this Lee Sin's about to kick him away. Because when he kicks him away, it's going to allow him to leap back on him pretty much. It would have allowed him to leap back on him right away if Lee Sin hadn't have safeguarded with pretty good reflexes here. But he's actually going to flash forward. It's going to give him the movement speed he needs, since he's chasing that target, and then he's going to pop the Lee Sin there. So sorry if that was a bit of a lengthy explanation. I just really like that whole sequence of events there, and I was actually pretty curious myself to see what his skill choices were there. Because you guys got to remember, while I am making this videos to kind of educate and entertain you, my choice here was because I wanted to learn too. So if I'm like trying to do a little studying there, you guys gotta forgive me if I look into it a little bit more than maybe you guys want me to. But I'm always trying to improve as well. So I really like to watch how they do things. So looks like he's just gonna scrap with Lulu here. Draven's gonna come in, throw in the stand aside. It's gonna still hit with the little tip, the tip of it, but it's not gonna be quite enough to actually get the Lulu. and I think Impact might just be backing here. I'm a little curious. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm a little curious as to why he's just backing when there's a team fight going on, but it does look like he does turn around, throws in the bola. Bola's not gonna hit, but the battle cry was just enough to get an assist on Riven. They're gonna pick up the Kog'Maw and the Riven, and it looks like they might just focus onto this tower, even though Kog'Maw's about to drop a bunch of true damage. But then it does look like the enemy team does drop the surrender vote, so that will be the end of the game. I really think I learned a lot from this game. I definitely want to see if Impact's got any more Rengar games that I can check out, for different matchups. But if you guys enjoyed this kind of video, be sure to leave that like rating. I want to do more of these kind of spectating of higher elo gameplays. But if you guys don't enjoy the videos, then I'll just do it by myself. I won't throw them up on YouTube. But if you guys have any comments, criticism, definitely post those in the comments below. I am new to kind of just spectating, these higher level gameplays and trying to extract information from them. So hopefully I will get better. Yeah, I'll see you guys later, and as always guys, stay classy and keep winning. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like rating as well as share it with your friends if you'd like, or just go to my stream at twitch.tv/DoubleWinning, drop a follow, and I'll see you guys when I'm streaming.